Vance warns Iran, don't play us, ahead of critical talks. US Vice President J.D. Vance has issued a sharp warning to Iran ahead of high stakes diplomatic talks, signaling that Washington is losing patience amid escalating tensions. Vance cautioned Tehran against attempting to play the United States, stressing that any negotiation must be grounded in sincerity and concrete commitments. The warning comes as the fragile ceasefire around the Strait of Hormuz continues to show cracks, with global oil routes still partially disrupted. The ongoing conflict has already triggered economic ripple effect worldwide, raising concerns over energy supply and geopolitical stability. Macron's strategic move, Versailles' invite to draw Trump closer. French President Emmanuel Macron is making a calculated diplomatic play to strengthen Western unity by inviting Donald Trump to a post G7 gathering at the historic Palace of Versailles. The move is seen as an effort to rebuild coordination among major powers amid growing divisions over the Iran conflict and global economic instability. The G7 has already been grappling with rising energy prices and supply chain disruptions triggered by the Middle East crisis, with leaders pledging coordinated actions to stabilize market. Melania Trump rejects Epstein claims, calls for end to lies. First Lady Melania Trump has firmly denied any connection to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, calling recent allegations false and damaging, while demanding an end to what she described as baseless claim. In a public statement, Melania clarified that she was neither associated with Epstein nor a victim, pushing back against renewed scrutiny following resurfaced documents and past social links. The controversy has reignited public debate, especially after previously released material hinted at overlapping social circles in elite gathering. While her team insists these were incidental encounters, critics argue unanswered questions remain. US considers pulling troops from Europe amid strategic shift. The Trump administration is actively reviewing the future of US troop deployment in Europe, with discussions underway about potentially scaling back forces stationed across NATO-aligned countries. Currently, tens of thousands of American troops are spread across key strategic locations in Germany, Poland, and other parts of Europe, serving as a critical deterrent against potential threats. However, shifting geopolitical priorities, particularly the ongoing conflict with Iran, are prompting a reassessment of military resources. Officials argue that reducing troop presence could allow the US to relocate assets toward emerging hotspots, especially in the Middle East and Indo-Pacific region. Gasoline price surge driving US inflation higher in March. A sharp rise in gasoline prices has pushed US consumer inflation higher in March, intensifying pressure on households already dealing with economic uncertainty. Fuel costs have surged amid ongoing disruptions in global oil supply, largely driven by instability in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route for nearly 20% of the world's oil shipment. As energy prices climb, the impact of spreading across the economy, from transportation and manufacturing to food and retail. Analysts warn that sustained oil shocks could further weaken consumer spending and slow economic growth.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.